Good evening. Thank you for joining us. Sorry it's under these circumstances tonight, but we've got a host of folks behind us that'll give quick updates. Let me introduce a few folks here. Desiree Fregosa is our city administrator, deputy administrator Douglas Carr, a couple of council folks with us, Scott Pierce, John Bogosian, Chief Cornett, Chief Oliveris, and a host of others. Chief Cornett, I'll just turn it over to you for quick updates, please.
Good evening. Thank you for taking the time to join us here so we can give you an update on what's happening. So as most of you are aware, earlier today around 5:20ish we had an incident on the beach from a large crowd of individuals that apparently were part of a group from Senior Skip Day. They gathered on the beach. There were a couple of altercations that took place, and during one of those altercations there were several shots that were fired. At this point we have about 6 individuals that we know were shot. We've got several individuals here, several agencies that came to assist us. From the moment the incident took place, we asked for assistance from as many agencies as we could, and there was an outpour of almost every law enforcement agency in the Tri-County area sent officers to assist us with this, as well as federal and state partners who just called and started sending people to assist us the moment we asked for any help. They came out to do so. And I do want to make sure I point out that this team behind us has been instrumental. They not only came out to help secure the area, they helped to come out to do evidence gathering and to do interviews and conduct the investigation with us. We have FBI, SLED, several local agencies, Charleston County, North Charleston, Somerville, Mount Pleasant. I don't want to forget anybody. There's so many agencies that came out. Berkeley County came to assist. Really, Sullivan's Island came out immediately to assist. They were our neighbors. They were here almost instant with us. And North Charleston sent several folks as well. I think that's all I've got. Chief, did you need to update anything, or did we want to turn it over to EMS and the rest of them?
She covered everything, Chief.
Okay. Are there any questions that you have that we can maybe answer? I might not be able to answer everything, but I'll answer what I'm able to at this point.
Chief, can you confirm the ages of the number of the people that were injured in today's shooting?
We know that most of them were probably in their teens. We had a couple of adults that might have been in their 30s. Most of them would have been around the age of 18, not exactly 18, but somewhere around that area. We believe pretty much everybody were seniors, and then some adults that were a little bit older that were just on the beach.
So you said 6, but we were hearing 4 earlier, so which one?
So right now 6 is the most current update. Some have self-transported to the hospital. Some that we encountered out here and got EMS to transport for us, and then others that took themselves.
Chief, is there anybody in custody right now?
We have several individuals that are detained that while we're conducting this investigation, we don't know that any of them are necessarily the individual that fired, but we do have several individuals that are detained for weapons charges right now.
And
you said there were adults on the beach who were injured as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you believe they were with?
No, ma'am. We believe
people?
they were just there on the beach and happened to be a victim when the incident took place.
And how many of the victims were those people?
As far as I know, only one.
Okay.
Off the top of my head. That could be inaccurate, but right now the information I have says one.
And how old?
She would have been in her mid-30s, I believe, mid-30s, early 40s.
So all this started because of Senior Skip Day, and there was a fight that broke out in one of the fights?
Right now, that's what we've got. We know there was a fight that broke out, and then a second fight that broke out while officers were dealing with those 2 incidents. That's when the shooting started. It started around 5:20, and they were clearing the beach. We shut the beach down from sea cabins through County Park. We locked down County Park so that it's a staging area for all of the law enforcement officers responding. And we closed the connector due to a collision on the other side. That we were getting people off the beach and out of the parking lots.
Do we know how many people were on the beach during altercations and the shooting?
I couldn't even come close to answering that. It was a lot.
But you cannot confirm right now that the shooter is in custody?
I cannot, no, sir. We're still working on that investigation. We have several people detained right now, and we're conducting the investigation to see if they were involved or if there's going to be charges for anything that they have with them right now.
Would you say there were hundreds of people on the beach?
I think that would be a fair statement.
And did you evacuate the beach when shots were fired?
We did. We cleared the beach so that we could protect the crime scene and try to get everybody into an area where we could control what was happening.
Are there any factors besides, a bunch of kids going out, having Senior Skip Day, enjoying Senior Skip Day? Is there any other factors besides that may have led to this altercation?
We don't know at this point. We're hoping to find that out during the investigation.
Will there be extra security for this weekend because of this incident that happened today?
So we were already planning to beef up our level of officers that were here on the island, just because we knew spring break was starting, and that first weekend is typically a very busy weekend. So we had already planned to increase the number of officers that were here on the island.
But are you going to increase the officers even more after this?
We probably will look at how many we've got and adjust accordingly, yes.
What are the ages of the people that have been detained? Can you tell us any approximate?
I don't know right now. I don't have that answer at the moment. I'm sorry.
Do you have a number of the people that are detained right now?
I don't even know that. There are several people at this point that I'm aware of.
There was a large police presence at the gas station earlier when I was walking over. Is there anything to that?
Nothing other than our past experience has been we have large crowds on the beach, and they come off the beach, they typically gather in parking lots, or they'll go to the gas station. So we just, to get ahead of that, we moved our law enforcement presence to the beach, or from the beach to the parking lot, to the gas station parking lot, just in case it followed the same pattern that it has in the past.
Chief, has any weapon been recovered?
We have weapons recovered, but we cannot say that they were the weapons involved in the incident.
Weapons, firearms?
Correct.
What type of firearms?
I'm not sure off the top of my head.
Okay. Can you explain why both the Ben Sawyer Bridge and IOP connector were both closed? Was there some sort of search going on?
No, there wasn't a search necessarily when they were closed. I know that the Isle of Palms connector was closed due to the collision that happened on the other side. I'm not sure what happened with Ben Sawyer, other than maybe it was just trying to alleviate the pressure to get the traffic off of the islands.
Can you tell us more about the collision that happened on the IOP connector?
No, I don't have the information on that. It was on the Mount Pleasant side, and it was just, I believe it was an ambulance that was leaving, but I don't have any information with it.
Are investigators still looking for a shooter, or do you believe that the shooter is in custody?
We have several investigators out here that are looking at every possible avenue to figure out if we can identify somebody that may have been involved, if maybe the people we have were involved. If they were not, then we want to figure out who might have been the individual involved in the shooting.
And have shell casings been recovered from the beach?
We've recovered evidence from the beach of different magnitudes.
Do you know any schools that have been like tied to this specific senior skip day?
I'm not sure off the top of my head that I could confirm 100%.
Do you believe everybody that was involved was from the local area and not a tourist visiting from out of state?
I couldn't say 100%. We'll probably figure that out during our investigation, but I couldn't say.
There's a major concert going on tonight. Is that still going on? Are you still expecting the crowd? It's like sold out concert.
It was a sold-out concert at the Windjammer. We have not talked with them. I do know that their staff was instrumental in helping us to get people out of the area, so I'm not sure whether they're going to continue with that or not.
How much longer is the beach going to be closed? How much longer are you guys expecting to be out here?
So I believe they're just now finishing up the beach evidence collection, and so I would imagine that it will be opening up soon.
When would you all be able to provide an update, say that, and see if the shooter's in custody? When would you all be available for that update?
We wouldn't make that update until we knew that we had the individual in custody, so I couldn't give you a timeline on that right now. I'll take one more question. Nobody else?
Do you remember in recent memory a shooting on Isle of Palms Beach?
I've only been here for 4 years. We haven't had one in the 4 years that I've been here. So thank you very much. We'll get any other information that we get, we'll feed out through our social media channels and through our public information officers. Thank you.